Okay, so we're now the early late morning show.
It's never going to time out perfectly.
I don't know what we could do. We it's the professionalism, but it's close enough, isn't it? There you go. Well, I see we have appeared now on the tube of you. How about you for the Book of Face?
Yep, there we are.
Look at that. Marvelous. It's like
I've even got notification today.
Brilliant. Fabulous. Well, I'm seeing it, so I think we're there. God, it's hot today, isn't it?
It's a bit warm.
It's insane.
My hair's up again for people who are wondering what happened to it. Don't worry, it's not cut off. It's just not in my neck.
Yes, you could do without the scarf in this kind of weather, couldn't you? Yeah, it's a little much. I see people joining us. If you're joining us on the tube of you, do say hi. Do say hello, because we love to know who's here and who's watching. I will just slurp my coffee.
It looks like I have a new thing.
A new thing?
To view details on Facebook. Hi, Amber. It says people reached reactions, comments, and shares. 3-second video views and retention curve. This is new.
Well, I hope people are watching for longer than 3 seconds. I mean,
hi, Kim.
I know we live in short attention span time, but I mean, come on. Hello, Gilda. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Savannah. Good morning to you all on this crazy Tuesday towards the end of June.
Hi,
already.
Nessa.
It's only one more day left of June.
Yeah, it's so hot that we've had to freeze big blocks of ice to put in our chicken water.
Our cluckalocks, yes, the poor things are panting a little. We've got a sunshade up for them,
yes,
so they've got
they're
some shade, but it's
shady
just
umbrella, and we've put
blocks of ice in the water.
Hi, Susan.
Big blocks
Amber
of ice.
says she's just finished a crochet bag to hold her cards and pendulum.
Well, how about that? Look at that.
Hi,
Crochet
Alicia.
it all up.
Good morning.
I tried crochet once. Knit one, purl one, drop one.
No, that's knitting, dude.
As I said, I do
okay.
All right, it's 11 o'clock, so good morning and welcome. Welcome
Hi,
indeed.
Brenda. You're melting, I bet. Yeah.
Yes. Well, welcome to the late morning show, Elevensies with Lisa and Anton. I'm Anton.
I'm Lisa, and of course this is Skittle.
Who is just...
She just wants to be sleepy today.
No, she doesn't. She's been beyond irritable the whole morning. And then Raja decided that our power lead for the computer
Chewing the
was
power
a snake.
lead was a good idea.
I think we'll just attack that and drag that off. That was nice.
Yeah.
So, cats, you'd have them. Get a cat, they said. They're very restful. They'll lower your blood pressure.
Yeah. All right. Tarot Talk Tuesday.
Tarot Talk Tuesday. So, this is where we work our way through the entire deck of tarot cards. And today, gosh, we've done quite a few now. Yeah, I'm almost to 20, I would think, at this point. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is our card. I actually really love this card. It's one of my favourites. Do you want to go first?
Matters not.
Go for it.
All right. I use this as my Capricorn card.
Capricorn.
Page of Pentacles. Now, other people would use the King of Pentacles because Capricorn is the last of the earth signs. But for some reason, the tarot has taught me that this is Capricorn. Don't ask me. It's just what I do. All right. So
Morning, Pamela.
I think in this card, color is important.
Color. Oh, yes.
Right? Because
yes,
we want to look at, he's dressed in green and he's looking forward to financial security. And he's got his plan. But moreover, look at the headdress. It's red. And the red comes down along the side of his head and in front of his throat chakra and over his shoulder behind his heart. Ooh. So red is a color of passion and drive and royalty and respect. And he's going to use all the components of red to move forward to the place he wants to be financially, right? So he's looking very closely at this coin. He's figuring out how he's going to get there, what steps he's going to take, how he's going to have the energy and the passion and the drive. Red is associated with Mars, which is the athlete or the one who endures. So we know that this isn't just pipe dreaming, right? He's not just holding that out there going, well, I'm going to make it happen, but maybe tomorrow I'm going to go now and take a nap. He's stood there firmly on the top of this hill, surveying his domain, holding that coin, and he's impassioned. Impassioned. But I do think we should always keep in mind the colors that the characters are wearing and also the direction the characters are facing.
It's pretty important.
So this character is facing towards the right, which is predictions of the future, right? So characters that are facing towards the left are preoccupied with the past. Characters that are facing towards the right are usually working towards the future. And then characters that are, straight on could be talking about the present, past, or future. So what have you to say about this?
I love this card. It's actually one of my favorites, as I said at the start, the Page of Pentacles. This card has an almost naivety about it, but it's like unencumbered for me. This is like being unencumbered by stuff that will pull you down. And it's interesting that Lisa says this is the Capricorn card, because Capricorns are extraordinarily practical people. They would sooner you buy them a set of pans for their birthday or something like that.
They don't want a ring,
Yeah, let's have something I can use. I can use this. So this card to me, I think it was Henry Ford, and forgive me if I've got this wrong. Somebody please correct me in the chat or whatever. Chime in and sort me out, because I'm good at buttering up the quotes. But I thought it was Henry Ford who said, "For God's sakes, will somebody find me a handful of people with the infinite capacity to not know something can't be done."
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of negatives in that.
Yeah, not people
not know something can't be done, and that is the epitome of this card. This person,
you got to believe in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
This person does not know it can't be done, therefore finds a route to it. And it's quite interesting that the route may not be entirely clear, but there's a plan. There's nothing on these cards by accident, right? Nothing at all.
Right, I left you the field to talk about.
The ploughed field indicates tremendous potential.
Seeds have been planted.
Yeah, as yet unrealized, because the field is ploughed, it's furrowed, it's ready to go. They may have been planted, or they may about to be planted, and this is what's going on here. But they're not. We're not in the place of harvest yet. We're in the forming stages, the potential stages, the realization,
the caretaker stage.
Yeah. And although this person towers over the landscape, and we're very much focused on a cracking idea, and they've got the fire in the head and the passion and all that, as Lisa says, that's going on there with this person. So they're very driven. They're very, very driven. They're just looking for that route. And I think sometimes we can get in a position where, especially if you're a very practical person, you can actually overplan. You can go like, well, I've got to have this here and this here and that there and that there and that there. And you spend so much time actually working it out, you don't actually move forwards. So there's a naivety lesson in this card to embrace sometimes. There's the old adage, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So you can have the best laid plans in the world, and something's going to throw a curveball or a wrinkle in it, and you're going to have to adjust it. So this crop of trees here is interesting. It's called a dolmen, D-O-L-M-E-N. And that crop of trees indicates they were early navigational features long before roads. I mean, we're talking in are very, very, very well prehistory, paleoanthropology.
Right, you could see the hilltops.
Yep, they would stand out literally like a sore thumb. So they could be used as navigational features to move from one settlement to another, where, there's no roads, there's no maps. You can't navigate by the stars when it's daytime. So these navigational features were sort of installed, for want of a better word.
Sheep drovers.
And people moving around, just people moving around would actually have those. So they stand out. So you may not need to know exactly where you're going. So long as you've got a rough bearing, keep this on the left of me, keep that to the right of me, go that way. Golden, So don't overthink it. You've got this ability to think clean outside of the box. You're not encumbered by cynical thinking, for one of like, we're doomed from the get-go. So there's a wonderful naivety, and coupled with that determination, that fire in the head, and all you need is that rough sense of direction, you're going to realize that potential. So this is why I love this card. It is bloody excellent, and obviously we're just looking at it in in isolation, the one card by itself.
Right.
With other cards, this tells a much deeper story, you know. But yeah, the direction that things are facing in tarot cards is hugely important. You know, when Pamela painted these, no mistakes. There are no mistakes. There is nothing, not one brushstroke on that card that's there by accident. And these were actually painted life-size, so everything is important. Colours are important. Dress is important. Direction is important. You know, there's so much going on. I mean, I see a little rose blooming there, so that's kind of I've not noticed that before. But
on
these
the
are
bottom?
big. Yeah, right there.
Do you think there's
Right there.
roses?
One rose, single rose. Do you see it?
I don't know if they're roses or not, because there's maybe.
That looks like one single rose.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's
again,
a bunch of different flowers there.
yeah, it's a beautiful meadow. Definitely towering above the meadow. So this again says you have the wherewithal to actually overcome any obstacles in your way as well.
And because it's a court card, you could also use it for timing.
Yes.
So,
Yes. What timing would it mean?
well, because I use it for Capricorn, it would be the end of December to the middle of January. But you could use it for whatever sign you see it being.
Cool is that?
You know, you could research it, look it up in the books, kind of thing.
We got another mountain in the background there as
Oh, yeah,
well.
that's the same mountain that the Hermit and the Strength card have
So
mastered.
strangely reminiscent of
Lovers.
a journey around the Wrekin here. We've been around the
Yeah,
Wrekin.
been around the Wrekin.
See, that won't mean anything to you unless you've been to Shropshire, England. So, but
right.
it's a very prominent piece of ground that stands out, and you can see it for miles.
See it for miles. So you
hence,
just
you
have
know.
to decide which side of it you're on.
We'll go around it.
We'll go around
Go
together.
around the Wrekin. That's it. Go around the Wrekin. So it's a Shropshire term on there. Oh gosh, lots of people are joining. So anybody got any questions, queries, comments, or complaints? Feel free to join in, chime in. But that's the Page of Pentacles. I don't know what else we can say about that.
Not
today.
really
I think we
much.
said-
Just.
that really sums it up. It's a card, a very positive card.
But again,
Definitely
whenever
positive.
reading the tarot, pay attention and learn that language. You know, learn the language.
What language is that then? It's
The language that the tarot speaks.
Yes.
It's not all just what your intuition tells you, although that's part of it.
It is important.
These cards have purpose and meaning and a language all of their own. All right.
Fantastic thing.
Can you pick a card for today?
No, Skittle said she was going to do it.
No, she's sleeping.
Wake her up, because that's what she does to us.
Oh, no.
Go on, pick a card, pick a card, pick a card. What we got? Oh, not so terrible, this one. Talking positive cards. Much cause for celebration today. This is it's a card very much about having few friends, but you know, good close friends, and supporting one another. There's much cause for celebration. There's a tripartite celebration going on here. In terms of magical timing, this obviously indicates the fall as well. So I don't know, maybe something
For
coming.
you? Okay.
Can do for me, definitely. Oh, come on, there's enough. There's cornucopia. There's all mans of pumpkins on here. It's all very harvesty, isn't it? It's all very much coming together. But it's a 3, and 3s are great. 3s are, you know, that resolution, that magic from which, you know, the opposition is resolved, and all good comes from that. All good energy comes. So I love 3s. I think they're great. And this is very much the 3 sisters, 3 witches.
Mike Rito says, so many different Rider-Waite decks to choose from. What is the best one to learn for beginners? Well, regular plain Rider-Waite, because the colors were as intended, just a little bit brighter. They also came out with a commemorative, 100-year commemorative Pamela Coleman Smith deck.
Yep.
And those colors are still the same, but muted. In other words, the things that are red are still red, the things that are orange are still orange, but they're not as vivid as this giant Rider deck.
Yeah, we have more vivid pigmentation available now, so they more mirror exactly as they would have been produced when they came
So
out.
the RW78, the regular old Rider-Waite deck, it's $22, is probably the best one to learn on. It's this deck, but a smaller version, so you can actually lay it out, because you need a big space if you're going to use these. Or you could do the Pamela Coleman commemorative. That comes with the pictorial key to the tarot and a book about the life and times of Pamela Coleman Smith.
Nice box
And
to
if you
keep
go
them in
over
the
onto
pouch.
the Awareness Shop's YouTube page, Anton does a whole big
Oh gosh,
documentary
yeah,
almost about that deck. But
that was when was that? I can't. It was one of the special editions of the Broom.
Special...
You will actually see that the thumbnail is actually the original. It was Stuart Kaplan's own deck, and that was one of the very first ones produced. So if you see that, that's the one you're going for, and that will tell you all about it. But I wanted to mention, you did mention the Pictorial Key to the Tarot by Arthur Edward Waite. It's not an easy read because you have to understand it's written in somewhat pompous Edwardian English.
Also, she did her own thing, but you want that for reference and for esoteric or occult understanding, and then you'd probably like maybe Llewellyn's Tarot for Beginners or something as a book to work with. But you want the Pictorial Key because that has the occult, esoteric references that Arthur put forward to Pamela to have her paint about. So you want a balance between that. And,
we would consider that a necessary read if you are serious about learning the archetypes of the tarot. But there's a lot more to it than in that book. And there are some fantastic books. You could spend a lifetime studying the tarot. You really could. It's incredible. So yeah.
To answer your question, yes.
I hope that does answer the question. What's your reading for today then?
My reading for today is celebrate the little things, right? And it'll give you inspiration for tomorrow. So these guys are lifting their cups in joy. Cups are emotions. They're toasting each other. They're dancing. They're happy. They're celebrating something. So today, pick out the things that bring you joy and celebrate the little things, right? So, maybe the girl at the deli finally got the right amount of mustard on your sandwich. Celebrate the little things, No, seriously. Sometimes we need to just...
My mustard is perfect.
Well, no, because...
I should use that. It should go in our quote book.
Too much mustard, nasty. Not enough mustard, why bother? I'm just saying, something like that. Pick out something today that makes you smile and celebrate the little things, and it will lead you to bigger things to celebrate, right? Energy follows thought.
Oh, yeah.
So celebrate the little things and bigger things will happen.
Sure. If you focus on, mini successes, they are really good for inspiring you to move forwards to make even bigger successes. So, and it is important to enjoy. It is important to enjoy. Lots of people go, it's a really deep philosophical question. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Well, basically, it's to live. It's to live. And, I think one of the most profound people, and not a lot of people took him really seriously because he was a comedian after all, but George Carlin said, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And that is so true. If you try to find joy in everything you do, no matter what it is, if you just smile, brighten someone's day. It works for you because what you put out comes back to you, and it really does. Just spreading a little bit of joy and happiness doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. Yep. So celebrate the little things.
Yep. Give yourself time today to find joy.
And share a bottle of wine or whatever, with your friends.
Well, that's kind of hard at work.
Well,
although I suppose you could drink your lunch. You never know.
If we see everybody rat-assed at the awareness shop today, you'll know it's my fault.
All right. Thank you very much.
So very, very much for watching.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we got all sorts to do today. Another fun day of getting things organised. And organised we are getting. I have to say that. We had some minor successes yesterday. So that's good. We're going to continue the same and do more of the same. So thank you so much. Please do like, comment and subscribe. It is important. We're trying to grow, be less of a well-kept secret, and you guys can help us do that. So do tell your friends, like, comment and subscribe.
She seeped the whole time.
Well, for once. She's usually trying to rip holes in us or something. So anyway,